Are the territorial swaps on the table? Will you be discussing that?
They'll be discussed, but I've got to let Ukraine make that decision. And I think they'll make a proper decision. But I'm not here to negotiate for Ukraine. I'm here to get them at a table. And I think you have two sides. Look, Vladimir Putin wanted to take all of Ukraine. If I wasn't president, he would right now be taking all of Ukraine. But he's not going to do it.
So, Ben, territorial land swaps, is that what you think we could see today? Because, you know, Zelensky is saying he's not going to give anything else up. That's what he says. But is this what we could see today as a possible outcome, as a land swap?
Well, Zelensky's in a tough spot. I mean, he's put himself in this position. He's made a lot of big claims about this. And getting back to the last question you asked me about the proximity of a lot of these communities. There's proximity. There's also there's love in some of these communities. There's connection to families in some of these communities. There's also a lot of hate. There's a disdain for the Russian Empire, for the USSR, for the history of that, for the KGB and what Russia was to a lot of these communities. And so there is on the Ukraine side. There are a lot of people that don't want to give up anything, but you're also in a position where if you don't, how many more deaths, how many more lives, how many more young people are going to lose, how much more of this generation will you not be able to replace? So it's on the table. How much will they give up? I agree with Steve. I don't think Russia is going to give back anything that they've taken. And the saddest part about this is this really started because of external forces, NATO basically going into Ukraine saying, we'll bring you to the table, and Russia saying that's a deal breaker, you're going to start a war. And we allowed that to happen. We were a part of it under Obama, pushing those conversations. And now we've seen, over a decade of lives lost because of it. So when it comes to it, you got to ask the question, what's more important, land or lives? And I think that's the question that's going to be asked, and the answer that's going to have to be answered by both sides.